something I saw yesterday. I was looking for the link so you could put it up, but
This is the community speaker.
it was by the
Clean the
Lincoln
house. I'm gonna do some
Project,
yoga.
Rick
A little
Wilson,
bit of
and
prankler. Or
he
we can go down
was
to my
talking
boat and
about
talk restaurant.
how to stay peaceful, how to demonstrate, how to respond when the authoritarian takeover advances. And he was John McCain's campaign advisor at one time. He's a very well-educated, level-headed guy, but he's armed, and he was giving some good advice. And I believe it was just under, you can Google Rick Wilson, Lincoln Project Insurrection. And I think we have some pretty serious problems as we're threatened to be invaded by federalized National Guard and war-fighting American troops in our cities. And it's pretty daunting. And we were already having people interfered with just going into court for immigration hearings and things like that. And I have family that can't. They're a little worried about traveling out of the country, even though they have a green card, because they won't be able to get back in, maybe because of other behaviors of the government. And I just think we're really seeing some advancement of the sort of Viktor Orban style piece by piece takeover of democracy, turning it into autocracy that is gone pretty quickly. So if you get a chance, Lincoln Project, Rick Wilson, Insurrection was the piece, and it was published either yesterday or the day before. Thanks.
Thank you very much. First class escort to the VIP. Let's go to Addie. Addie, would you like to say goodbye?
Yes, thank you very much. I'll just tell you directly how likes lead to like the understanding of how to manipulate populations, okay? Those like Lady Gaga are more extroverts. The men who like cosmetic brands such as MAC, they are more likely to be homosexual. And those who like philosophical posts, like something to as being a heterosexual. Each data point on its own doesn't tell you much, but when you have thousands of these, you can make very accurate predictions about what people are going to vote for or believe. And this can help you engineer elections. Okay? This is what Hope did with Obama, and this is what Trump is doing continuously. And when it comes to AI, it cannot do things like exoplanets or dinosaurs. It cannot do very specific things that you know how it looks. And that's a shortcoming that needs to be addressed. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you. First class escort to the VIP. Once you've said that, you've said it all. Frank, would you like to say goodbye? Frank going once. Frank going twice. Okay, Frank's going to get a stretcher down the red carpet to the VIP. And now we go to the mods who don't get escorts to the VIP. They have to stay on stage and do the heavy lifting. JCC, would you like to say goodbye? JCC, would you like to say goodbye? We'll come back to JCC. Violet, would you like to say goodbye?
Come to my house.
Violet.
Yes, I would. Great show today, Steve. I hope everybody has a safe and happy weekend. And if you guys are interested, I could share one of my songs in the back chat. From
Violet, you can post anything in the group chat you want, sweetheart.
I know, but I always feel like I'm forcing homework on my friends when I want them to see one of my artistic projects.
Well, why don't you just call it optional extra credit rather than homework?
There we go. Optional extra credit. Great
5
cookie later,
minutes
Jimmy.
extra credit. Fresh 5. What I just said.
Yeah, thanks,
I'd
Uncle
like
Steve.
to add to that response, like, explain that video that I put in the chat. It's a 26-minute video that he posted about 3 days ago for his campaign. Explaining
Alex, which
walking on a treadmill. How was that for you running for Congress?
And right now, everyone get a chance to respond. I wanted to give candidate Kitover a fresh 5, and he can say anything he wants.
Yeah, thanks, Uncle Steve. Thanks for having me here on your show. You know, you really do put together a very professional show. Let me answer JCC's question first about being on a treadmill. Yes, I record myself doing yoga, and I do record myself on the treadmill at the gym. I'm tracking what I'm doing. I'm trying to stay healthy. I'm trying to work on my cardio and my strength. As a congressperson, as a leader, you shouldn't just tell people what you're going to do. You should show them what you're doing and encourage them through leadership and setting the example of what everybody else should be doing, which is working out and not pumping yourself full of the next set of mRNA spike proteins and boosters and flu shots. Go to the gym, everybody. Now, going back to what Steve was talking about, Steve has a grudge against me because I had the wild dream that Steve was so successful in what he was doing on this app that we could sell his show to a venture capital firm looking to buy a library catalog. I worked on it. It didn't work out. But Steve puts together, in my opinion, the best shows, his Mod Squad, because it is the consortium or cornucopia of people that come together, which is what makes great rooms on Clubhouse. There's no individual or just a few characters. Like, Steve is essentially a director of a theatrical production, and he's very successful at it. Now, why voters should vote for me versus Darren LaHood is because I want to defund the big beautiful bill, which gives over $400 billion a year in tax credits to Apple, Microsoft, Google, etc. I also want to propose and pass a balanced budget act. The amazing thing about AI is drafting these HR acts takes 60 seconds, and Thomas Massey, Rand Paul, and many other libertarian-leaning or fiscally conservative Republicans believe that we are digging a debt grave of this country. If you can expand the debt and expand the money supply, you are expanding our liabilities and our taxes for the people. And if you can expand a thing, you can rapidly implode a thing. So I am worried about the future of America, as I know many of you are, and I am primarily worried because of our fiscal irresponsibility, our borrowing, our spending, and our taxing. That's my position.
Because he's not trustworthy. I think
Ooh, okay, we're gonna do an Uncle Steve after party room. Okay, this is called Uncle Steve After Party Room Ask the Theist.
That's the termination.
With Paul and the apostles, right? Even when you go to the book,
these fucking
come
stupid
on.
as fuck, and they're gonna die from poverty. You wanna raise in poverty, you're gonna die in poverty, nigga. You're stupid as fuck, nigga. Would you like to apologize to the
Okay, I want to respond to him first. Hang on 1 second, please. So, Fadi just lied to you. I used AI to look it up. The Arab.
You guys dropped down shape.
Well, he did the same to me. The Arab he can come up in a minute.
Right. So we're going to talk about this again. I have no bias towards you. Listen, dude. I'm moving you down because you're interrupting, and you're the one who's doing the things that are getting you moved down. Shape didn't interrupt you at all. All right? He didn't interrupt you. You interrupted him every single time. So I want you to respond. But this whole thing, like, just Chill out.
I can reconcile the two statements.
Go ahead, Jacob.
I committed a very severe infraction. I removed them from the room. I'm self-reporting. You can remove me as a mod, but I did do that.
No.
So the conference that you referenced was to create essentially an Arab state within the geography called Palestine, similar to the geography called the Alps or Sierra Nevadas. They just wanted an Arab state, not split, not a Jewish state, an Arab state, just an Arab state.
Yes, that's correct.
What he was referring to was a Palestinian state, i.e., an Arab state with for the quote Palestinian people. Those two statements stand alone and can be reconciled by what I just said.
I don't think so. What Norm was saying was that the Palestinians never wanted their own.
The Arabs there wanted one. The Palestinians were created as a people. Not Arabs that live in the. No, hold on. Not Arabs that live within the Palestinian mandates, but people who identify themselves as Palestinian, and that's the fine line.
No. Norm makes this broader claim because I've heard him say it before, and say it in a very manipulative.
Damn, they kicked me from the room. They kicked me from the room.
Okay, this is Sunday Book Club Poetry. This is
not like it matters. Okay, we're gonna do our poetry show. Okay, this is called Kick from the Jewish-Palestinian Debate Room. This is John. What up, George? I just got kicked from the Jewish-Palestinian Debate Room. No warning.
Makes me proud. Rest assured, you will be under my protection while your husband is away.
If Henry returns victorious, it won't be good for French Protestants.
I wouldn't worry about it. He can't wipe his nose without me.
I can tell you right. No future king wants a war hero for a younger brother.
If Henry dies, this mission of yours, the Roman king might live in hell.
If Henry dies, I'll keep my title, and the people will admire me for my dedication to his memory. Childless or not, I'll be his widow, which you once told me was the best thing a woman could hope to be. Tell me, cousin, what will you be?
Thank you. A fool. I'm no longer a child. Maybe it was a false alarm. Maybe. Or maybe the James magic worked.
It makes me proud.
So I've had solar for about 2 years now, and I'm very happy with it. My neighbors pay an average of about...
Every man talk a big game till they get a taste of a real woman. I done fed them, loved them, washed their clothes, kissed their lips, wiped their nose. You taste the sugar, you lose your teeth. Ain't no man alive can handle me. They say I'm too much woman for one small bed, too much thinking in this big old head, too much meat for their pride to see. Ain't no man alive can handle me. Yeah.
Oh, fun song for him.
Ain't no man alive can handle me. I'm fire dressed in melody. I shine too bright, I cut too deep. They talk that love, but they don't keep. I ain't no dog for some food alone.
Ooh, fun song for him.
I agree. Now, baby, they want the meal, not the woman that cooked it. They like it thin, they like it sweet, but I serve heat beneath the sheet. You taste the sugar, you'll fall to your knee. Ain't no man alive can handle me. Ain't no man alive can handle me. I shake the walls, I break the beat. They start to pray when I turn up the heat. Ain't no man alive can handle me.
Fun song for you. Okay, we're gonna find out if this chick is coming or going. Oh, fun song for him.
I think it's important to note what subjects we haven't discussed. We completely ignored the fact that this is a society divided by fear, hatred, and violence.
Fun song
And
for
until
him.
we talk about just what this society really is, then I don't know how we're going to change it. For example, we haven't discussed the rot that destroys our cities. We have all the resources we need to check it, and we don't use them. And we haven't discussed why not. We haven't discussed race in this country. We haven't discussed poverty. In short, we haven't discussed any of the sicknesses that may yet send this country up in flames. And we better do it. We better get it out in the open and confront it before it's too late.
Robert Redford years ago. Now, I've known John Kitover pretty much ever since I've been on Clubhouse.
My friend is here. My friend, I think your chances of coming to Chicago are rapidly dwindling because we have raised no more money since Roger Mayhem helped us raise the pot. But we're in a good spot. We have enough signatures, so your work, would be appreciated. But
I figured as much, and that's why I didn't book any tickets. But I figured if you really needed my help, you would have called me. You can always call me at any time if you ever need me. I know that you know this. And I'm glad to hear your campaign is going well. And I'm sorry we won't get to hang out in October. But yeah, I didn't make any plans to come to Chicago. I'm very disappointed to hear that you were kicked from the debate room. Can you tell me why you were kicked?
no reason. I didn't even say anything. I was in the audience. They kicked me from, the audience.
That's bullshit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some people maybe don't like me there because they think I'm recording, but it's all water under the bridge. I mean,
I know, but you're my honored guest, and so you should always, my rooms, you should receive VIP treatment.
it doesn't matter to me, because I'm recording so much on YouTube now. I know you probably don't even want to see it or hear it because it's a waste of time. But to me, reading books in the book club on YouTube and on Clubhouse at the same time is the best way for me to be productive here on this app. These debate rooms, they're rapidly going nowhere. And in fact, the war is just about fucking over. The hostages are about to be released. I don't know if the war will be over. I feel like if they actually get all the hostages back, there will be probably a breakdown because you are dealing with a bunch of extremely irrational people. Maybe not more so on one side than the other, but you can't expect. See, war is the constant, and this is just like a repositioning of pieces, or you give up your dead soldiers so you can bury them, and then you go back to fighting. Like these things do come to. Uh, it's like a zit, it's irritated, and finally there's this breakthrough burst of pus, and I think we have yet to see this zit actually pop, but it's gonna pop. The Gazans and the Hamas militants that are still running that enclave, like they are not going away, and they will be destroyed. They can drive around in their pickup trucks and claim victory and post videos, but as soon as those hostages are returned, hellfire rockets from the, from the sky is going to rain down upon those Jeep convoys and take out all those masked men with their M16s and rocket launchers. They're going to Allah rapidly. They have no idea yet, though, what's coming. Like, they think that they're actually going to be able to negotiate and act as if they're legitimate leaders. It's coming. Oh, we got Nate Higgers here, who goes by Nick Fuentes in the Uncle Steve after party room. Ask the Theist. So I'm about to meet up with this really beautiful musician. I don't know if she's going to ghost me or not, or not go out with me, but she was performing at the bar I was at last night. We exchanged numbers, and she wants to do brunch. She's really beautiful.
Nice. That sounds.
Yeah, she's like, you got a
To
good.
go back to work, but I'll talk to you soon. I hope you have a good day.
Okay, thanks.
Shabbos.
Good job.
It's Sunday. It's Sunday.
Shavuot Tech. Talk to you soon. Bye. Fatima. Oh, hey, Fatima.
Very disappointed.
How are you, Fatima? Do you want to come on my podcast real quick? Tell us how horrible it is living.
No reason. I didn't even say anything. I was
Living in Denmark or Holland or wherever you live, Fatima. Creating little clips here for YouTube, by the way.
What happens if my dad starts Tai Chi tomorrow?
How old is your father?
Every man talk a big game till they get a taste of a real woman. I done fed them, loved them, wash their clothes, kiss their lips, wipe their nose. You taste the sugar, you lose your teeth. Ain't no man alive can handle me. They say I'm too much woman for one small bed, too much thinking in this big old head, too much meat for their pride to see. Ain't no man alive can handle me. Not a meal, baby. Ain't no man alive can handle me. I'm fire dressed in melody. I shine too bright, I cut too deep. They talk that love, but they don't keep.
Are we subjects we haven't discussed?
I ain't no dog for some food to own. I worked this land till it turned my own. I gave my heart till my knees were weak. They love my laugh, but not my grief. Now, baby, they want the meal, not the woman that cooked it. it's sweet, but I serve heat beneath the sheets. You taste the sugar, you'll fall to your knee. Ain't no man alive can handle me. Ain't no man alive can handle me. I shake the walls, I break the beat. They start to pray when I turn.
Okay, I'm gonna play that Ajing. Let's take a little break here.
Know the personal, yet keep to the impersonal. Accept the world as it is. If you accept the world, the Tao will be luminous inside you, and you will return to your primal self. The world is formed from the void, like utensils from a block of wood. The master knows the utensils, yet keeps to the block. Thus she can use all things. 29. Do you want to improve the world? I don't think it can be done. The world is sacred. It can't be improved. If you tamper with it, you'll ruin it. If you treat it like an object, you'll lose it. There's a time for being ahead, a time for being behind, a time for being in motion, a time for being at rest, a time for being vigorous, a time for being exhausted, a time for being safe, a time for being in danger. The master sees things as they are without trying to control them. She lets them go their own way and resides at the center of the circle. 30. Whoever relies on the Tao in governing men doesn't try to force issues or defeat enemies by force of arms. For every force, there is a counterforce. Violence, even well-intentioned, always rebounds upon oneself. The master does his job and then stops. He understands that the universe is forever out of control, and that trying to dominate events goes against the current of the Tao. Because he believes in himself, he doesn't try to convince others. Because he is content with himself, he doesn't need others' approval. Because he accepts himself, the whole world accepts him. 31. Weapons are the tools of violence. All decent men detest them. Weapons are the tools of fear. A decent man will avoid them, except in the direst necessity, and if compelled, will use them only with the utmost restraint. Peace is his highest value. If the peace has been shattered, how can he be content? His enemies are not demons, but human beings like himself. He doesn't wish them personal harm, nor does he rejoice in victory. How could he rejoice in victory and delight in the slaughter of men? He enters a battle gravely, with sorrow, and with great compassion, as if he were attending a funeral. 32. The Tao can't be perceived. Smaller than an electron, it contains uncountable galaxies. If powerful men and women could remain centered in the Tao, all things would be in harmony. The world would become a paradise. All people would be at peace, and the law would be written in their hearts. When you have names and forms, know that they are provisional. When you have institutions, know where their functions should end. Knowing when to stop, you can avoid any danger. All things end in the Tao, as rivers flow into the sea. 33. Knowing others is intelligence. Knowing yourself is true wisdom. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. If you realize that you have enough, you are truly rich. If you stay in the center and embrace death with your whole heart, you will endure forever. "34. The great Tao flows everywhere. All things are born from it, yet it doesn't create them. It pours itself into its work, yet it makes no claim. It nourishes infinite worlds, yet it doesn't hold on to them. Since it is merged with all things and hidden in their hearts, it can be called humble. Since all things vanish into it, and it alone endures, it can be called great. It isn't aware of its greatness. Thus, it is truly great. 35. She who is centered in the Tao can go where she wishes without danger. She perceives the universal harmony, even amid great pain, because she has found peace in her heart. Music or the smell of good cooking may make people stop and enjoy, but words that point to the Tao seem monotonous and without flavor. When you look for it, there is nothing to see. When you listen for it, there is nothing to hear. When you use it, it is inexhaustible. 36. If you want to shrink something, you must first allow it to expand. If you want to get rid of something, you must first allow it to flourish. If you want to take something, you must first allow it to be given. This is called the subtle perception of the way things are. The soft overcomes the hard. The slow overcomes the fast. Let your workings remain a mystery. This is called the subtle perception of the way things are. The soft overcomes the hard. The slow overcomes the fast. Let your workings remain a mystery. Just show people the results. 37. The Tao never does anything, yet through it all things are done. If powerful men and women could center themselves in it, the whole world would be transformed by itself in its natural rhythms. People would be content with their simple, everyday lives, in harmony and free of desire. When there is no desire, all things are at peace. 38. The master doesn't try to be powerful. Thus, he is truly powerful. The ordinary man keeps reaching for power. Thus, he never has enough. The master does nothing, yet he leaves nothing undone. The ordinary man is always doing things, yet many more are left to be done. The kind man does something, yet something remains undone. The just man does something, and leaves many things to be done. The moral man does something, and when no one responds, he rolls up his sleeves and uses force. When the Tao is lost, there is goodness. When goodness is lost, there is morality. When morality is lost, there is ritual. Ritual is the husk of true faith, the beginning of chaos. Therefore, the master concerns himself with the depths and not the surface, with the fruit and not the flower. He has no will of his own. He dwells in reality and lets all illusions go. "39. In harmony with the Tao, the sky is clear and spacious. The earth is solid and full. All creatures flourish together, content with the way they are, endlessly repeating themselves, endlessly renewed. When man interferes with the Tao, the sky becomes filthy, the earth becomes depleted, the equilibrium crumbles, creatures become extinct. The master views the parts with compassion because he understands the whole. His constant practice is humility. He doesn't glitter like a jewel, but lets himself be shaped by the Tao, as rugged and common as a stone. 40. Return is the movement of the Tao. Yielding is the way of the Tao. All things are born of being. Being is born of non-being. "41. When a superior man hears of the Tao, he immediately begins to embody it. When an average man hears of the Tao, he half believes it, half doubts it. When a foolish man hears of the Tao, he laughs out loud. If he didn't laugh, it wouldn't be the Tao. Thus it is said, the path into the light seems dark. The path forward seems to go back. The direct path seems long. True power seems weak. True purity seems tarnished. True steadfastness seems changeable. True clarity seems obscure. The greatest art seems unsophisticated. The greatest love seems indifferent. The greatest wisdom seems childish. The Tao is nowhere to be found, yet it nourishes and completes all things. 42. The Tao gives birth to one. One gives birth to two. Two gives birth to three. Three gives birth to all things. All things have their backs to the female and stand facing the male. When male and female combine, all things achieve harmony. Ordinary men hate solitude, but the Master makes use of it, embracing his aloneness, realizing he is one with the whole universe. 43. The gentlest thing in the world overcomes the hardest thing in the world.
This is the Tao Te Ching. Candidate John, go to johnforcongress.com. Thanks for being here.
Enters where there is no space. This shows the value of non-action. Teaching without words is painting the world. Performing without actions. That is the Master's way. 44. Fame or integrity? Which is more important? Money or happiness? Which is more valuable? Success or failure? Which is more destructive? If you look to others for fulfillment, you will never truly be fulfilled. If your happiness depends on money, you will never be happy with yourself. Be content with what you have. Rejoice in the way things are. When you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you.
We ignored the fact that this is a society divided by
45. True perfection seems imperfect, yet it is perfectly itself. True fullness seems empty, yet it is fully present. True straightness seems crooked. True wisdom seems foolish. True art seems artless. The Master allows things to happen.
Please don't scroll. I'm just trying to...
She steps out of the way and lets the Tao speak for itself. 46.
Poetry to defeat Darren LaHood.
When a country is in harmony with the Tao,
Now, this is called The Legend.
the factories make trucks and
On
tractors.
his couch.
When a country goes counter to the Tao, warheads are stockpiled outside the cities. There is no greater illusion than fear, no greater wrong than preparing to defend yourself, no greater misfortune than having an enemy. Whoever can see through all fear will always be safe. 47. Without opening your door, you can open your heart to the world.
Didn't get a closing thought at the time.
Without looking out your window, you can see the essence of the Tao. The more you know, the less you understand. The master arrives without leaving, sees the light without looking, achieves without doing a thing. 48. In the pursuit of knowledge, every day something is added. In the practice of the Tao, every day something is dropped. Less and less do you need to force things, until finally you arrive at non-action. When nothing is done, nothing is left undone. True mastery can be gained by letting things go their own way. It can't be gained by interfering. 49. The master has no mind of her own. She works with the mind of the people. She is good to people who are good. She's also good to people who aren't good. This is true goodness. She trusts people who are trustworthy. She also trusts people who aren't trustworthy. This is true trust.
True trust.
The master's mind is like space. People don't understand her. They look to her and wait. She treats them like her own children. 50. The master gives himself up to whatever the moment brings. He knows that he is going to die, and he has nothing left to hold on to. No illusions in his mind. No resistances in his body. He doesn't think about his actions. They flow from the core of his being. He holds nothing back from life. Therefore, he is ready for death, as a man is ready for sleep after a good day's work. 51. Every being in the universe is an expression of the Tao. It springs into existence, unconscious, perfect, free, takes on a physical body, lets circumstances complete it. That is why every being spontaneously honors the Tao. The Tao gives birth to all beings, nourishes them, maintains them, cares for them, comforts them, protects them, takes them back to itself, creating without possessing, acting without expecting, guiding without interfering. That is why love of the Tao is in the very nature of things. 52. In the beginning was the Tao. All things issue from it. All things return to it. To find the origin, trace back the manifestations. When you recognize the children and find the mother, you will be free of sorrow. If you close your mind in judgments and traffic with desires, your heart will be troubled. If you keep your mind from judging and aren't led by the senses, your heart will find peace. Seeing into darkness is clarity. Knowing how to yield is strength. Use your own light and return to the source of light. This is called practicing eternity. 53. The great way is easy, yet people prefer the side paths. Be aware when things are out of balance. Stay centered within the Tao. When rich speculators prosper, while farmers lose their land, when government officials spend money on weapons instead of cures, when the upper class is extravagant and irresponsible, while the poor have nowhere to turn, all this is robbery and chaos. It is not in keeping with the Tao. 54. Whoever is planted in the Tao will not be rooted up. Whoever embraces the Tao will not slip away. Her name will be held in honor from generation to generation. Let the Tao be present in your life, and you will become genuine. Let it be present in your family, and your family will flourish. Let it be present in your country, and your country will be an example to all countries in the world.
That's what's up.
Let it be present in the universe, and the universe will sing.
That's what's up.
How this is true? By looking inside myself. 55. He who is in harmony with the Tao is like a newborn child. Its bones are soft, its muscles are weak, but its grip is powerful. It doesn't know about the union of male and female, yet its penis can stand erect. So intense is its vital power. It can scream its head off all day, yet it never becomes hoarse. So complete is its harmony. The Master's power is like this. He lets all things come and go effortlessly, without desire. He never expects results. Thus he is never disappointed.
Oh, we'll go to... Oh, yes, no, maybe so.
He is never disappointed. Thus, His spirit never grows old. 56.